Archangel Michael says, it's an emergency. A heartbreaking news is coming on your home. A man in a black car is circling your home every night. The truth behind it will leave you speechless. Open immediately, Archangel Michael says, I have watched from above and what I see circling your home is not random. This man in the black car is no stranger to you. This is an emergency you cannot afford to ignore. He parks under the flickering street light and waits for the moment you turn your back. His presence isn't meant to protect, it is meant to record, to observe, and to deliver something devastating. The heartbreaking noose tied to his appearance is already making its way toward your door. There is a storm forming in the spiritual realm, one that no ordinary eyes can see. This isn't a coincidence. Your home has been marked with an energy that draws attention from both divine and dangerous forces. The man in the black car is circling your reality like a predator circles prey. Every night, he arrives just after the last light in your house is turned off. He lingers, silently watching from behind tinted windows, clutching something in his lap that holds the truth. What he's holding contains a story you were never meant to hear, but one that is now about to burst into your world like a lightning strike. Type Amen to get blessing 333. What he carries isn't just paper, it's documentation. It's footage, it's everything he was ordered to collect. Someone from your past sent him, someone with a hidden grudge, and their aim is to see you collapse. But they've miscalculated. The heavens are now revealing what was kept buried for too long. The black car isn't just a vehicle, it's a mobile vault of secrets. Inside are photos, recordings, written testimonies from people you once trusted. The heartbreak is not just about betrayal. It's about being watched, monitored, stalked by someone who smiles in public and wounds you in the shadows. The truth is circling your house like smoke before a fire. His engine goes silent when he arrives, like a serpent slithering near your window. There are eyes you don't recognize, but they know everything about you. Type Amen to get blessing 444. Archangel Michael says, heaven cannot stay silent. I have dispatched divine protection, but you must open your awareness. The message must not be skipped. You must understand, this was not meant to reach you so soon. This revelation was meant to remain locked away for years, buried beneath silence and fear. But something divine has accelerated the process, and now you are in the eye of the storm. The man in the black car was hired, but what he found was far more shocking than even his sender expected. He discovered a detail about your bloodline, about your property, and about your identity. That's why he hasn't acted yet. He's still processing the weight of the truth himself. You were supposed to be destroyed with this information. Instead, you're about to be awakened. This is not just heartbreak, it's a spiritual jolt that will realign your entire destiny. Type Amen to get blessing 555. The documents carry your name, but next to it is a different signature, a forged one. That signature was meant to remove you from something that was always rightfully yours. The man was told to deliver this message quietly, but Archangel Michael intercepted it for divine timing. The person who hired him is not far from you. They act innocent, but they orchestrated everything with chilling precision. They've been waiting to watch you fall, but instead, the heavens are preparing to elevate you. This black car driver is now torn between money and morality. He's seen what was done to you and feels the weight of his assignment pulling his conscience apart. He hasn't made his move because deep down, he knows you're protected by something greater. Type Amen to get blessing 777 inside the car. Surveillance clips taken from a hidden camera that was once installed inside a place you thought was safe. The footage contains private moments, vulnerable words, and sacred conversations. These were not meant for the world to see, but someone planned to use them against you. The man was instructed to deliver the heartbreak with a knock, a letter, or a drive-by drop, but he's delayed every night, feeling the force of angelic power push against him. That's not paranoia, it's divine interference in real time. There is an object in his trunk wrapped in red cloth. It belongs to you, but it was stolen months ago and replaced with a replica so you'd never notice. Type Amen to get blessing 999. He was told your house was an easy target, that you lived in isolation, that no one would protect you. They lied. He has begun to hear voices inside the core. Lot dark ones, divine ones. A whisper that tells him, leave now or be exposed. His hands shake now when he pulls up, and his eyes dote as if he's bewitched because he is. Archangel Michael has sent a flaming sword of light to block any attack meant for you. And still, the truth must reach you because what you don't know is already unfolding. Type Amen to get blessing 1111. The heartbreaking news isn't just about what was done behind your back, it's about who did it. The name will chill your bones. It's someone who ate in your home, laughed in your face, and secretly called a lawyer to erase you. But the paperwork bag hired because the man in the black car has started to uncover layers. And in those layers is your vindication, your proof, your protection. You are being watched. Yes, but not just by him. By angels too. Type Amen to get blessing 1212. Archangel Michael says. They think they are in control, but the divine hand has turned the tables. What was meant to destroy you will now expose them. There is an envelope marked with your initials, and it was meant to be opened only after damage was done. But now, it's being redirected. The messenger is unsure, conflicted, and trembling under the weight of the spiritual realm pressing down. He never thought a simple job would become a spiritual battlefield. Every night he drives away without delivering anything. He's haunted by dreams of fire, judgment, and wings. Archangel Michael stands at the edge of your home, unmovable. And the truth that will break your heart is the very truth that will set you free. Type Amen to get blessing 1414. The man tried to speak to someone about the mission, but his phone mysteriously shut down mid-call. His text messages disappear. His car radio only plays static near your house because divine interference is blocking evil frequencies. Someone is trying to curse your home. But they forgot, no curse can land where the light of protection has already claimed the soil. Inside the car, under the seat, lies a photo of you with a red X drawn across it. It was meant to intimidate, to scare. But now that same photo is burning in his glove compartment without a flame. Type Amen to get blessing 1006 on Route 16. There is something urgent you must do. Be alert. Be discerning. Do not welcome every knock, every message, every offer. This season is one where God is removing masks violently. The man circling your home will soon disappear, not because his mission succeeded, but because heaven sent a final warning his way. The sadness you are about to feel when you learn the full truth is temporary. The heartbreak will pass, but the power and authority you are about to step into will last forever. Type Amen to get blessing. One more signs will come. A barking dog at midnight. Lights flickering for no reason. Keys moved from their usual place. These are not accidents. These are signs that the veil is thinning and the truth is close. And when it finally lands on your doorstep, you will weep, not from fear, but from the overwhelming power of justice. A letter is being redirected as we speak, and it carries the truth. Type Amen to get blessing. February 2020. This heartbreak will mark the final time anyone underestimates your protection. Let it break you open, because what emerges from it will be divine fire. You were not meant to live in fear. You were chosen to walk with angels. And that black car, once a threat, will soon be a testimony, because heaven always wins. Type Amen to get blessing. 2323. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks with contributions of up to $20. His silence is becoming heavy. The man in the black car now hesitates at the corner each night, as if drawn in but restrained by something stronger. Every time he prepares to act, he hears something like a bell or a name being whispered. What he doesn't realize is that Archangel Michael has already touched him. Not to harm but to warn. The sword of divine truth hovers near his head, waiting to sever the last tie of evil influence over him. He keeps reviewing the files. He knows the heartbreaking news inside is potent, something that could dismantle your peace in seconds. And yet, he now questions whether he has the strength to follow through. Type Amen to get blessing. 2525. The news inside that sealed black envelope. It's a false story crafted with strategic lies, carefully constructed by someone you once shared laughter with. The goal was simple: to break your spirit before your breakthrough, but the man driving it car feels the weight of heaven pressing down. His seat feels colder. His breathing turns shallow. Because deep inside, he's beginning to believe that if he delivers this envelope, something terrible will happen, not to you, but to him. The heavens have spoken in signs he cannot deny. His car stalled for the first time in years right in front of your house. A voice whispered not here in his sleep. He dreamt of a blinding light and a message burned into the sky: touch not the chosen. Tap Amen to get blessing. February 1927. Archangel Michael says, let no evil message touch what God has preserved. The hearts of enemies will fail. The schemes of liars will collapse before your doorway. The heartbreak that was fabricated, an emotional weapon meant to cloud your dediment and make you question your own path. A man who pretended to love you provided those lies, hoping to rewrite your destiny. But even he is now tormented. Every step he took against you is being reversed. The black car is no longer a threat. It is a container of divine reversal. Every attempt to harm you is now tangled in its own web. That man, he's now losing his grip, driving in circles because he doesn't know what to do next. He's lost between his mission and the light rising from your home like a shield. Tap Amen to get blessing. February 1929. The heartbreaking news is being delayed by design. The divine realm is orchestrating time so that the damage never reaches you. Every delay is a miracle in motion, even his GPS glitches near your house. Directions were out of him endlessly. He's tried to deliver the package, but the moment he steps out, wind howls, dogs bark, shadows move. You are not alone. Your ancestors, your angels, the very light of heaven surround your house like an unbreakable wall. The black car is now trapped in a spiritual loop, unable to complete its darkness. Type Amen to get blessing 3030. The truth is unraveling rapidly now. The man in the black car has started speaking to himself. He whither, neither, who? He sees faces in the mirror that don't belong to him. That's because spirits are rising to testify. Spirits that once walked beside you in silence, who now refuse to let this heartbreak enter your life, they are reclaiming the narrative. The heartbreaking news, it's already invalid because heaven exposed the plot before it was sealed. Archangel Michael sliced through it with divine timing and rewrote what was meant to break you. Type Amen to get blessing 3131 tonight. The men drove past your home 5 times but never stopped. Each time he neared, his hands trembled. The moment he reached for the envelope, his car alarm triggered without cause. He is being spiritually warned, but was once a mission has become a torment. The enemy thought this would be a silent operation. But it's now a divine interruption. The heartbreak has backfired. The package in his possession now bears weight. The paper inside feels like stone. The guilt is growing in him like vines tightening around his chest. Type Amen to get blessing 3333. Someone you loved is behind this entire plan. They thought this heartbreak would end you, but they forgot who walks beside you. Your tears have summoned fire. Your silence has drawn thunder. Heaven has reviewed your case and delivered its judgment in advance. Your enemies have crossed a line they cannot return from. The black car is now a sign to them. You cannot touch the anointed. Type Amen to get blessing 3535. The man in the black car is being watched now. Not just by heaven, but by people close to you. A neighbor took his photo. A Camus across the street captured his license plate. The trap they set for you is now becoming evidence against them. This week, everything changes. A knock is coming, but not from him. It will be from someone heaven sends to tell you what was all this done against you. Your name is being cleared. Your house is being spiritually washed. That envelope is now a relic of a failed mission. Type Amen to get blessing 3737. Archangel Michael says, justice is not delayed, it is patient, but it arrives precisely when it should. Now is that moment. Expect to feel your energy shift. Expect a sudden wave of emotion. That's the moment your spirit detects the collapse of the plan meant to crush you. Expect a letter, but not from him. Expect a phone call that opens your eyes. Expect a face to be revealed. Someone will break down and confess because the pressure is too much. The heartbreak meant for you has returned to sender. Type Amen to get blessing 3939. You may still see the black car tonight. Don't fear. Its purpose has ended. It now carries the burden of its own guilt. The man behind the wheel knows he was sent to destroy, but he's now running from the very angel he couldn't see. You are rising. You are protected. And what was coming for your heart is now a crown on your head. Type Amen to get blessing 4040 if you feel this message resonates deeply in your soul. Don't ignore the signs. Be vigilant but do not fear. You are covered. You are chosen. You are not alone. Archangel Michael is stationed at your door. Sparkles, if you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks with contributions of up to $20. Sparkles, the man in the black car is not sleeping anymore. Every time he closes his eyes, he hears a name you name. And in the stillness of night, he hears footsteps around his vehicle, even though no one is there. He is now haunted by what he tried to deliver. The heartbreaking message, once folded neatly in that black envelope, now feels like it's burning his fingertips. He cannot bring it to your doorstep because something divine won't let him near. There are scratches on his windshield that weren't there before. At first, he thought it was nothing, but each morning, the marks look more and more like wings, massive, grown in patterns only angels could make. Tape Amen to get blessing April 1941, he has started speaking your name out loud as if trying to understand why he was chosen for this task. But the more he speaks it, the heavier his chest becomes. A choking feeling grips him as soon as he tries to complete the mission. That's not fear, it's divine interruption. Your home is no longer just brick and wood. It has become a sanctuary. The land beneath it trembles when evil approaches, and the air around it thickens to shield you. Your ancestors know. The angels know. Even the animals near your house grow restless when the black car returns. Everything in nature is warning, you cannot cross this line. Type Amen to get blessing April 1942. Archangel Michael says, they didn't know your house had been marked in the heavens. They didn't know who stood at your windows in silence, guarding what was precious. The heartbreaking message contains falsified reports, twisted truths, and a forged accusation. It was written by someone who knows your past and wanted to stain your future. But now, those lies are being unraveled. The pen they used to write your downfall has dried up. The witness they bribed has vanished, and the man in the car has stopped answering their calls because something inside him is shifting. Type Amen to get blessing 4343. He was promised money, status, protection, if he could just finish the job. But now, all he feels is guilt. A cold sweat clings to his neck each time he drives by your gate. He's seen things. In the mirror, he caught a glimpse of a man behind him, radiant, glowing, fierce with wings. But when he turned around, no one was there. He tried to speed off, but the engine failed. He tried to call the sender, but the phone exploded into static. The closer he gets to you, the more the spiritual consequences multiply. Type Amen to get blessing 4545. Something divine as sees him. It's no longer a mission, it's a battle. Not one of fists and words but of light and darkness. Each file he carries tells a story of betrayal. O is Managlia. Voices recorded and spliced. Conversations framed to break your spirit. But now that man has discovered a hidden truth among the lies. You were always innocent. And suddenly, he's afraid, not of you, but of what will happen if he releases this to the wrong hands. Type Amen to get blessing 4646. There's a woman behind this setup. She once complimented your strength. She once told you she admired you, but all along, she worked behind the curtain, twisting every good thing about you into a weapon. She thought no one would uncover her role. But now, the black car driver knows her name, and he's starting to fear her too. Esau are speaking with another man in secret. A man who handed her an envelope with your initials on it. And he heard her say, once it's delivered, it's done, but it wasn't delivered because heaven stopped it. Type Amen to get blessing 4747. Your dreams have been warning you. The restless nights, the sense that something was off, the sudden shivers when you walk through certain rooms. Those were signs. Heaven speaks in patterns and feelings, and lately, you've been feeling watched, not by danger but by guardians. The angels sent to protect you have made themselves known in the spirit. Its strange flicker in your light, the scent of flowers when no one is around, the gust of wind with no source. These are signals. Type Amen to get blessing 4848. Now the man in the black car knows he's out of time. He's torn. Should he complete the mission or walk away forever? But last night, something final happened. His tires burst outside your street with no cause, his headlights blinked in a strange rhythm, like Morse code from another world. He looked into the sky and saw feathers falling, not from birds but from something unseen. Archangel Michael stood tall in spirit above your house. His presence was overwhelming. Even the night grew quiet. Type Amen to get blessing 4949. The man dropped the envelope on the passenger seat. He backed away from your street slowly, eyes wide, heart pounding. He couldn't do it. He was hired to deliver heartbreak, but what he saw was a force too great to challenge. What he felt was holiness. Your home now blows in the spiritual realm and pulses with truth, radiates with power. The heartbreak was blocked, and justice has begun to spin like a divine wheel. And soon, everything they plan will collapse in public view. Type Amen to get blessing 5050. Heaven has made its decision. The black car has been marked. The liar has been exposed. And the woman who forged your heartbreak has been left with trembling hands and no control. Her name is now being whispered in rooms where her secrets used to hide. People are turning away from her, her power is unraveling. Because the truth is like fire. It cannot be buried without burning its container. Type Amen to get blessing 5151. You will soon be approached, not with heartbreak, but with an apology from someone who didn't believe you, someone who judged you too soon. That's when the real shift begins. The black car will never return, and the false message inside will become evidence of what was sent, but never received. You were meant to be a victim, but instead, you are the survivor. Type Amen to get blessing May 1952. Would you like me to continue even deeper? Bringing closure and final revelation of the names and what's next in your divine victory. I will continue without delay, just say continue more above. The night after his last visit. The man in the black car didn't sleep at all. He locked himself in his room trembling, not from fear of man, but from the presence that followed him, the light that would not leave. That light was not judgment. It was truth, and it whispered in his spirit, over and over, you cannot deliver death to the living. This one is covered. Archangel Michael had walked into his dreams, not as a warning, but as a declaration. And in that moment, the man knew he had failed the ones who hired him but fulfilled a divine prophecy. Type Amen to get blessing. May 1953, he took the envelope, he burned it. He didn't open it. He didn't read it. Because something inside him said that even to read it would be to invite curses into his soul. He heard crying outside his window that night. It wasn't human. It was a wailing of defeated spirits who were waiting for your downfall. They had gathered for your destruction, but left in chains because heaven rose before them and silenced their celebration. Type Amen to get blessing 5450 for that woman. The one who plotted everything is now under spiritual scrutiny. Her life is crumbling in small pieces. People she trusted are walking away. She has tried to blame others. She's tried to ride her steps, but nothing works now because the light is exposing every corner of her deception. Soon, she will be forced to confess, not just to you, but to those she manipulated, and when her words come out, people will be stunned at what she dared to do behind closed doors. Type Amen to get blessing 5555. Archangel Michael says, "No weapon formed in darkness shall reach the threshold of the chosen." You were supposed to suffer in silence. You were supposed to cry from betrayal. But instead, you are rising with peace, peace that doesn't make sense. Peace that frightens your enemies more than your words ever did. You will walk through your front door knowing that what circled your home every night is now gone forever. You are free. And every spirit that touched your name in a dark room is now scattering, screaming under the light of divine exposure. Type Amen to get blessing 5656. You may find fragments in the coming days. Evidence, clues, signs, a letter someone hid under your doorstep but never had the courage to send, a phone call from an unknown number that never speaks, a face that avoids yours in public with shame in their eyes. All of these are signs that what was meant to break you is now ashamed to face you. This is not coincidence, this is the manifestation of divine intervention. Type Amen to get blessing. May 1957. There will be vindication in ways you never expected. Your name will be spoken with honor again. The people who turned their backs on you will be the same ones asking for your forgiveness, and you will not seek revenge. Because by then, your spirit will be so elevated, you won't even desire it. You'll look back and realize that the black car circling your home was the beginning of your greatest transformation, not into a victim, but into a vessel of power. Type Amen to get blessing 5858. Archangel Michael is no longer just near you. He is stationed with you, his presence is in the foundation of your home now. No evil will enter. No curse will settle. No lie will take root. Your heartbreak has turned into a harvest, your tears have turned into testimony. Your silence has birthed spiritual sound that is shaking the heavens. What was meant to arrive with sorrow has now departed in shame. Type Amen to get blessing. May 1959, and if you feel a sudden warmth over your chest, a tingling down your spine, or a glow in your palms tonight, it's not just emotion. It is confirmation that you are chosen, that you are sealed, that what circled you in darkness can never circle you again, because once heaven speaks, all other voices are silenced. Type Amen to get blessing 6060. Final message. You were never alone. You were never unprotected. This moment is not the end of something painful, but the start of something unstoppable. Your enemies thought this heartbreak would erase you. But instead, heaven assigned your name into the book of unshakable destiny. And as of this moment, your spirit is free, your name is clean, and your house is under divine fire. Type Amen to get blessing 6666 if you wish to express your support further.